Hello and welcome to MarsMoonSpace.com. 15 minutes today with Bret Colin Sheppard, and Bret is the founder of Lars Lunar Anomaly Research Society, and one of the pictures I'm going to talk to Bret about is actually the one that's been going viral the last few weeks here, as you know, as the Jupiter 2 or the Orbiter Anomaly number 1 from the video that has been going around the internet. Welcome, Bret.
Hello, welcome.
I saw your a picture of the one you called Jupiter 2, and that was an amazing picture. I almost fell down the chair and ended on the floor when I saw that. How do you find how do you find pictures so perfect?
Quickly?
Yeah, and quickly and.
Oh, well, I do have a little bit of backstory behind that. When I was 15 years old, I was shown some images in my art class. My art teacher pulled me aside and said, I want you to see these images after class or whatever. And
so she took you out separate
speaker. Yeah,
Sorry.
she took me out separate from everyone.
Yes.
And she showed me hundreds of images in slideshow format, you know, with the roll slideshows or whatever.
Yes.
And they were most of the images that I put out there and I depict, that I call embedded images. This is the ones I saw. Now this this anomaly on Mars was different than that. I'm used to looking at the embedded images, which is completely covered in our space images.
Okay.
And I was described this the process of how the images get that way or something officially, but I don't accept that answer too much.
No,
it's iffy, you know. But he said that there's image information that's added to lunar orbiter images and Mars images, the old ones, you know, to compensate for the kind of misplaced data that comes back from the orbiters and rovers.
Okay. Yes.
So I have a process of when I'm looking at these images to find anomalies, you know, and this thing really stood out as an anomaly. I normally see wreckages of car parts and racetracks, and which is actually in that image, by the way.
Okay.
And cows and cities and everything else, but this thing is much different. It stands out. It's completely different pixels from the rest of the background or anything. It is something that they missed or something. Either that or it is an incredible geological feature that they don't know about.
You said it could be something they missed. You mean that something that NASA did not remove before they made it public?
Yes, absolutely. It is either a giant UFO, an observation deck, a structure, or at the very least, ice.
Ice.
There's water. Yeah.
I must admit, to me, it just really looks like a UFO or some kind of.
I do too. Yes, it looks more metallic.
Or some kind of an observation deck, as our friend Louis Michael Reinhardt also wrote in one of the comments. I remember that's also a good opportunity. So
right, there's permafrost around it. Have you seen that? There's actually ice permafrost around this object. So the metallic texture is much different than the ice type texture that's typically seen in these images of Mars. So it's very exciting either way.
Yes, indeed. I was so amazed when I saw it.
Really an anomaly.
Yes, indeed, and it deserved a place in the history of Mars research. That's for sure. I remember.
Yes, and I want to tell people that I do not do this to try and be famous or something. This is a life journey for me. You know, this is something that has been the mystery of my life. This is a very personal mystery. So when I'm looking for these images, I am looking for very specific, even esoteric or occult information in NASA images.
You see this as
I don't even care if they're the Mars or Moon or what.
No.
I don't care.
You see it as your calling in your life to do this. This is what you were born to do.
Oh yeah, and I would probably, you know, say even question the validity of things that we cannot see with our own eyes. You know, in other words, you know, we can't see the far side of the moon, and we can't see Mars' surface all that well at all
No.
from a telescope. But what we can see is the ice and permafrost on Mars, you know, from the telescope. We can see
Yes.
the little white splotches if you have a really powerful telescope, or if there's an occultation of the moon or something and Mars passes by. The thing is that there's these images are what I find they are completely, utterly embedded, every one of them with occult and esoteric type information that goes back to ancient times. You know, it's the information in it is very Templar, Rosicrucian, hidden information. Absolutely.
What you're saying is that we have history embedded in the pictures from
Yes.
ancient times. Yes.
Yes. I
Yes.
don't know why. I don't know for what reason. I don't know if it's even us that put it there, but I suspect it is. It could be some type of extraterrestrial communication or some interference in the digital process when they put these images together.
Yes. Yes. If it,
You know, so that's a very good possibility.
if it was not us who made it, and the chance of extraterrestrial could have done that, could we might I'm getting the thought, you know, because I do believe very much in extraterrestrial. I do believe in karma. I do believe in reincarnation, and that souls can travel from body to body, from one life to another, and so to speak. So what we in general terms call our angels, or those who went to the other side before us, or that died, could that be those that are at the places like the moon or Mars, that are actually telling us that still are physically alive on the planet Earth, how the Earth was
Yes.
before even they came here and started their incarnations and life?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. That is
Yes.
that is the story of our space history, our what Karen calls, even Karen Christine Patrick calls, the history. You know, she's my partner and historian, you know, on this project. But you know, she calls it the history, and yeah, there is something to that. Even if NASA, not NASA, I won't blame NASA, because I think that they're just the tool for these people. You know, if there are secret societies putting in information in our lunar images in graphic format, it would not mean that they're not kind of being played with by the ghosts or extraterrestrials out there in a digital format, like an EVP. That's a possibility. You know, a lot of people discount EVP in our lunar images and such, and they are digital. They are a digital process, which means anything can happen when they transfer information.
How real would you say that we have Google Mars, we have Google Moon? How much can we trust those images that they are showing us the truth? None.
Zero. None.
Zero.
No.
So what you're basically saying is we cannot use Google Mars or Google Moon for simple research.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to use Google Mars or Moon because of the process in which the images are put together. They're layered on top of layer. You know.
Yeah.
So when you zoom in, you have a totally different image. You know, zero zoom in, zero zoom in, and then they have a lighting effect and whatnot, where it comes up, and you know, there's lights. I don't know if you're aware of like the triangle and all that jazz from the Google Moon thing.
A little
bit. Yeah, a little bit. But there is too severe of processes to consider that any valid form of an expression, you know, because they're just giant pixels, really.
Yeah. So it
You
can
know,
be hard.
it's a tough one.
It can be
Just
hard to
big giant pixels.
It could be hard to determine what it is we're looking at on Google Mars and Google Moon.
Oh yeah, the very best images we have are perhaps the new information coming in from the rovers, and probably the very old images.
Because
you know.
that was my next question. What images would you say that we could trust if we want to do research?
Well, mind that the that the new lunar rover images are mostly CGI. So there is a strong CGI influence to make those images look better. Very strong CGI influence. Just like if you're making a computer game or like a 3D image or something with 3D Max or something like that, they have lots of different filters and lots of different meatballs that you can add to the image as pixels. So this is what's going on in these new Mars images, you know. So I would say be careful of that, because they're really using that. And there is a lot of embedded imagers even in the new ones. You'll find anything from skulls to bones to, you know, people that look like they've been fried in a nuclear war, Holocaust or something. There's all kinds of things embedded in these images as well.
When you say embedded in these images, do you then mean by embedded that it's not there, or what?
Well, it definitely could be there, but it's also part of the digital process that they use to actually create the image.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So that a lot of interference can happen, and a lot of high weirdness can happen during that digital process.
So that's what we in normal terms here, where I come from, sorry, call trick of light, so to speak.
Yeah, that sort of thing, you know. But they're using the trick of light to actually create an image. I want people to know that, you know. Aside from ruling out the embedded imagery or whatnot, that's what I would look for. I would look for distance and lighting and f-stop, you know, in these images.
Yeah.
The old images are quite different, you know. I was talking to a friend yesterday in Lars, you know.
Yeah.
And I was talking about if the Clementine map from the naval thing is exactly the same as the new Chinese map. And he said no, but they are exactly identical. Same distance, different lighting, you know, just like Andrew says in the group. Different lighting, and there's different techniques they use. The different resolution, different lighting, but everything else is the same as far as image information. So that kind of has me curious, you know. And he was talking about the new LRO images are with the new software that created with the new software and all this, but it's a lot of CGI and digital information added. It's very difficult for me to trust. Yeah. I trust my own eyes, you know.
Understandable, yes.
Yeah. So when we're looking for anomalies, this is what we found, and I will say we, you know, because you helped me a lot, and I live with this just like you do. Yes. I'm just part of a group, but this anomaly is very unique in that way, and I have ruled everything else out. You know, it is either a geological, a very highly significant geological feature, and not a crater.
No
It's
way.
a very highly significant geological feature because of the pixels and because of the lighting and the reflection. It has a reflection, you know.
Yeah, it has. It really has.
Yeah. So
I'm still amazed.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I hope you can show pictures of that. It's neat.
Yes, these pictures are gonna roll here. I'm gonna put it in here in the video here, so they will come in the background here. And I'm also gonna put up a link to.
My belief systems are very unique and strange, you know, compared to most people. I don't take things at face value. I'm ultimately skeptical. I do not assume that we are looking at the moon or Mars or any space object in our NASA images. I don't assume that. I am an image analyst. So I look at the image and I am not assuming anything. So and when we really do analyze the image and not use our imagination or something, you know, believe me, I don't have to use my imagination. There's enough in them to point out, you know. The process I use a very light tint to bring some of these shapes out, and that's why many people can't see them. They're still the same image and blurry. But I just wanted to show that yes, the lines, the contours, and everything are there in these embedded images. You know, that's step one. The next step is I'm an artist and I'm going to show everybody what these are. And so it's a very exciting process.
It's a process, yeah, exciting, exactly my words. So, but anyway, Bret, this is amazing. Do you have any idea of how many pictures you have on your computer, so that you have
oh
produced?
gosh, at least 1,000, maybe more than that.
How many gigabytes have you spent?
Yeah, and I have also archived the entire Lunar Anomaly Research Society archive. So I have all of those from everyone else in the group as well.
Okay, so you download everything that comes in.
Yeah, everything that comes in, I try to keep up on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lately it's just been me pointing things out. It's almost like people are afraid to talk to me because of my views, you know.
But everything is in a period thing. You know, we have a period with high participants from the members, and a period with low participants from the members.
Yes,
so everything is going up and down, and I see the same in the groups that I also are in. We have a good month and we have bad month, and then just suddenly everything explodes and one picture tips the whole boat over, like your picture did.
Yeah, I would like to also thank Neville Thompson, you know, for his hard work with the Gigapans. Those have been amazing over the years. He's done that a few times for some of my things.
Did you hear that, Neville? Thank you, Neville.
Yes.
From Bret Colin Sheppard and me. Yes, Neville has done an awesome job. As I said when I talked to Neville, one of the first pictures that got me started was what we call the statue in the doorway from one of his pictures from 2011, and that was the first time I saw the name NFT, and I kept that name in my head without knowing who he was, and soon I found out what he was doing, and I'm a fan of Nev. So, Bret, how do you feel about alternative media?
Well, I have, and as many others in the anomaly community have been accused of following the work of Mike Berra and Richard Hoagland. They call them crackpots, and we're their minions and all this. And I can tell you, I guarantee you that we are not. We have a mind of our own. We have unique perspective to add to these groups. And I love them. Mike Berra is my friend. You know, he didn't get my information right on the Sci-Fi Channel, which I forgive him for. It's good, fine, whatever. Yeah. But yes, and Richard Hoagland I've communicated with a couple of times through email, and he's very nice, you know, about one of his crazy stalker guys or whatever. It's just a funny story. I'm not going to say it, you know. There is also Andrew Bishago, who's been very wonderful to us in the Mars group, and his white paper is excellent on beings on Mars.
Yes.
What I would like people to really look at is the information he's giving, not necessarily the images themselves, but the information that he's giving. You know, it is incredibly important, even when looking at these images. He's gone through the same processes that we have, you know, and ruling out different things about these images. I have an incredible amount of respect for him, and you know, I wish him well, you know, on his endeavors.
Yes.
There's yes, alternative media is a funny thing, you know. It seems like the people are fighting to get something out there. They want to be known for something, which is a understandable human thing, you know. They want to be known for something. I really did not set out or care to be known for this. I am an artist. I didn't care to be known to be an anomalist or anything else, but my eyes are very trained to do this.
Bret, it's been wonderful to talk to you here, and I got the feeling that we are gonna talk together again on some new topics, because I just can't feel it coming. You know what I mean? That was a little hint to all those out there that are interested
I would like to talk
in
about our
space.
personal experiences. That'd be awesome.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Really a relief, actually.
Yes. So now you know out there, we're gonna come back again with more awesome stuff from Bret Colin Sheppard. And Bret, do you have anything you wanna add before we close down?
No, I don't have anything more. I think I probably said too much. I don't know. You know.
No, you didn't. This is all about what you're saying, so you can't say too much.
All right.
But we have to stay within 20-25 minutes here.
Okay.
So
you have plenty to edit out. Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Edit out all the names. Yeah.
Yeah, we look at that. Bret,
Okay.
thank you very much for taking part in this. This was wonderful, and I hope we can share more of your awesome work in the groups on Facebook. And I want to say to all of those that are watching out there that I'm going to put up a link to Bret's pictures and some of the videos that are related to Bret's pictures and Bret's works also. So thank you for joining us here, Bret, and to all of you, until we see you again.
Thank you.
Take care, all of you. Bye.
Bye.